and welcome to Foodstuff Finds. Well, Snack Play Love, I guess, on this channel, where today we are playing some Magic the Gathering. But to celebrate having 50 subscribers on YouTube, for a change, I thought I'd stream to YouTube instead of streaming to Twitch. And it might work, it might not. Today we're going to be playing a deck that I've been messing around with in standard ranked and losing horribly because it's not tuned, it's not a great deck, but I'm having a lot of fun. So there was a cartoon in the early 90s called Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, where essentially some humans had ended up in an alternate post-apocalyptic future where the best cars were Cadillacs and the adversaries were dinosaurs. And because we've got both of them now with the mysterious limousine and topiary stomper, I figured I would let the dinosaurs drive the cars. Essentially, this is a recursion deck. We are teleportation circle, we are getaway car, we are mysterious limousine. These things will allow our creatures to come in and out of the battlefield and do things. They will also allow us to hide our opponent's things. There is another dinosaur which exists in standard at the moment, which is the Tarrasque. So it's in the deck because it's a dinosaur. I did used to have more topiary stompers. I did used to have a lot more green in the deck, but it turns out that white's pretty good at the moment. The only black really that I put in here was for Greasefang. But if you put in Greasefang in, you might as well have Shakedown Heavy to go with your fight rigging. You might as well pop in some Vanishing Verses, because turns out that kills exiles most things that people are playing at the moment, especially in this deck. I mean, I think it's just the Greasefang that it doesn't really hit. Yeah. So let's see what happens. You'll notice if you are a keen Magic the Gathering fan that I'm playing more than 60 cards. This is because it is funny to do so. I think that sometimes the matching algorithm also finds you friends with bigger decks. We will see what happens. But I have been losing quite a lot recently. So my hidden ELO ranking is reasonably low. And I think I've been getting about a 50-50 win rate with this. But we'll see. I'm just going back into Streamlabs to see if everything is behaving. It looks like it is. I don't expect anybody will be watching this live, but my hope is that it will upload itself as a video in the same way that it usually does when I transfer it across from Twitch myself. So, Van Helsing is a weird one. It looks like it should be legendary, but it isn't. I think we don't want the Invoke Justice. There's only 2 of those in the deck, but get some colours down. Mechhanga's weird. Like, there are some games where activating Mechanga has won me the game, and there's somewhere it should have done, but I've not spotted that I've got the mana for it. But generally, it's a bit of a liability in a 3-colour deck. That's got Ward 2, so I can't actually target that. I can if I'm training with that, though. We'll see what happens. I'd have to read Abraham Van Helsing if it came down, because it is in fact Saviour of Ollenbeck, or Ollenbock, or whatever, which is a fine card that looked alright, but really didn't see any play. Training decks don't appear to have been all the rage. I thought that the White Weenie deck, where the creatures get gradually bigger, would be a big thing. Oh, it's gone. Oh. That's what usually happens to it, to be honest. See, that targets. That targets. See, red-white aggro is quite boring, but sometimes is quite effective. If they don't cast anything, we can eat it with this. Nom nom nom. I expect they're playing a lot of play with fire style removal effects. At this level of MTG play, that is what happens. the apparition. So we've got 2 limousines. Is that 3? That's a 3-3. That's all right. But we have no way to get to 5 mana. We haven't found any of the drawer cards. We probably playing slightly too few lands actually, because I wanted to put in some. Do we want to give them their token back? I don't think we can. Just do that. Now, oh, yay! This isn't going well, is it, children? If I'd still got my guy, then doing that wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world. The sagas are a lot more reliable than the transform cards. Aha! There is your artifact. There is your artifact, though I blocked the right one. But that means we'll be exiling things? Leaves the battlefield, exiles. So we kind of have to do that. Now we have no drivers for our car. Watch us draw the land. Nope. So that is game. Because we're streaming, I'm not going to hang around. But you kind of get the idea of what happens. Stuff comes down, drives the car, exiles the things. There aren't any good matchups for us, though. I think the longer controlling matchups are probably where this works best. But then the current metagame kind of prevents people playing from massive amounts of creatures in those decks, because the treasure discard things are much more popular than the creatures themselves. But that's fine. See, ordinarily what I would do is I would record a few matches. This is going terribly. Like, I've been playing this in the morning, and I've been getting 2 and 3 land starts. Whoops, that wasn't the key. Oh dear. I meant to click mulligan. We need to get a planes next turn, unless that's a pilot. It's not. So that's the copy or the burn spell, usually. Mind you, there is one for looking through the tops of the cards. The red-blue. Oh! See, 50% of the time we win. Hooray! They didn't know that we messed up as well. Maybe they saw the driving land and thought, oh, this is Greasefang. I can't be bothered to fight against Greasefang. Which, in theory, this deck would be a lot better if we just focused on black-white vehicles. But that would not be fun. We wouldn't have any dinosaurs. We wouldn't have fight rigging. I've actually ordered some physical Magic cards this morning, purely because I've got a load of credit with a local store from getting rid of other Magic cards. Including a few of the cards in this deck. Not because I want to try and build this deck, because this deck is, as we have already established, quite bad. But I think things like the Surge Hacker mech can slot into quite a few places and just add that little bit of fun value. Oh dear. So these are the 2 things that we want to discard to reanimate. Not quite where I'd ideally draw them. And this is another option. Like, if we go down the reanimated path, then there's a lot better... hey, at least we have the thing to reanimate them. There's a lot better things that we could put in to make sure that we put them in there. The graveyard, that is. Not the hand. But Trask, our big buddy dinosaur, not only takes 3 green to cast, it takes 9 mana. But if you reanimate it, it doesn't do half of the things. It doesn't have its ward 10 and it doesn't have haste. But as there's a lot of sacrifice and exile effects floating around to hit the graveyard. He's not as good as it could be, but like this is ideally where we'd be reanimating from. I don't think we're going to get there, so we'll take something we've got multiples of. The F rigging triggers, and then you kill it. They're playing Snow Covered, so they're clearly wanting to play the Black Sweeper. That has shown up so much today. Huh. Oh. I mean, it's not ideal. This, just in case you can't read it, I don't know what the stream quality looks like. I probably should go on YouTube and look at the same time. I can echo myself. It does damage equal to the number of creatures and vehicles. Is it just vehicles? No, twice the number of vehicles, that's it. I know what my cards do. Don't call me an answer. This one draws a card. It also flies. Boop. The thumbnail actually looks quite good for this. I built it in the Streamlabs thumbnail builder tool, and then it said, but you must pay us money to use this. So I just did a screen grab and pasted it in, which seems to have worked quite well. At the beginning of combat. Well, let's see what happens. So that triggers. Now we move to attack it. Haha! We've actually put something in a car. What you doing? It's got menace. Go on, sack it in response. I do apologise for guzzling all the tea. No, is that the treasure? I'd have left myself on 6 mana, to be honest. But that's just me. Typically, we don't actually have the manning the things land against the controlly deck. Mech Hanger. Used to have 3 in the deck, gone down to 2 because it kept screwing me over. Yeah, that's fine. We don't need no stinking creatures. Yeah, we'll use this one. So, do we want to draw? No, we'll do 2 on that, 1 on this. Oh no, it's 4, isn't it? Here. Boop. So, before you put counters on things, you can, of course, hooray, bounce the Skyclave Apparition to your hand with the Getaway card so you can recast it to get even more fun things happen. There's someone at my front door. I think they're for next door. It's fine. Hooray, we have done damage to an opponent. Now they will sweep. Yep. How predictable. Secretariat. The cat drives the getaway car. The getaway car pilots the mech. Makes the cat bigger. Punch you in the face. Everything goes back to normal. Depending on their chosen sweepers, we might win next turn. I mean, it's by no means guaranteed. The neighbours are standing chatting out the front of the house and causing the security cameras to go mad. That's standard. I wonder if they're playing multiple colours. They've got 6 cards in hand. Most of them probably deal with creatures. Yep, bots. What's he going to get back? Well, that's quite beautiful. I told you this came in handy sometimes. Boop. So that's how you beat Meat Hook Massacre. You don't need creatures. You can't use your sorcery speed sweepers on my cars. No Cadillacs, no dinosaurs. That's a fail. But let us carry on. We're actually 2-1, which is unbelievable considering how we started. Hey, we're level 40 now. I mean, we've got a decent amount of wild cards at the moment, and we've got enough vault to open it 10 times. So, yeah, we're doing okay for crafting. Just going to turn the security camera off, because otherwise I'm going to get messages from my partner going, why am I getting all these notifications? Oop. I need to charge that as well. It's the problem with having cameras that detect things. They detect things. We need some green. We've got our pretty Theros lands. See, I'm never sure whether it's better to fetch the plains or to draw the card. Because if we don't draw any land, then we're behind. But if we use this and we draw a better land, now I definitely want to cast that on 3. The Shakedown Heavy. Oh. Oh. That's radical. It's 2 PM here in the UK. Let's get our planes. So the Shakedown Heavy was one of the cards that I picked up today. It shows up in a lot of jank decks, and yet it's worth 50p. And that's for the special art version. Oh, even better. Let's see what we get on the F rigging. I mean, we kind of have to go for Greece. Overly ambitious farmhouse. It's a good one to put the counters on, actually, because its transformability means that it has lifelink. So if your opponent hasn't really accounted for that, then suddenly you have a 3/3 with counters doing fun things. I think I do need to play the Shakedown Heavy. Super happy fun times. We don't actually have any cars yet, but we have a way to make some. Mysterious Limousine is not legendary. When it enters the battlefield, it exiles something, until it leaves the battlefield, and then it puts it back. What words? It puts that creature card back onto the battlefield when it exiles the next thing. The trouble is, tokens cease to exist. The lands cease to be creatures. So while people, I mean, I don't need my Shakedown Heavy that much. You doing some damage? Ah, you got a second one. Ah, that's a nice bluff. I like that. Yeah, there's a dinosaur. You can. So, see, still nothing in the limousine. So, if you're turning things into... do that. Oh no, it should have gone on the farmhand actually. Because then the farmhand could have successfully blocked any cats. I'd just block it with 3 cats personally. Or take the damage, that works too. Seeing as that's what killed your previous Seeker's Chariot. Tempting as it is to block the chariot, I don't think I will. We're not going to die from this. Hey, so now we've got 2 things. So we can go Spirited Companion, draw a card. Farmhand drives the card, which is why I put the counter on it. Nothing to return. Opponent rips the limousine. Are they timing out? Gianni Campacci. Do they know they have no good blocks? Have they understood the mission? Oh, I shouldn't have put the counter on the limousine. I should have put it on the dog. That was silly. Because I need the dog to be 2 power, so it can crew the limousine when it comes back. It's alright, we'll do that next turn. We can put some dinosaurs in the car as well. Dinosaurs like to drive. Farmers in the limousine at the moment. Pretty cool art actually. I don't know Brian Solar, but they've got a good eye for the horse. Most horses in fantasy art look a bit shit, but that actually looks like this person has met horses. I mean, it's not that they can't draw horses, but if you've spent a lot of time around horses, I grew up in the stables, then you can see that horses have expressions the same way that people do. And most horses in even classical art are just like uncanny valley, stony-faced horses. I mean, their eyes are in the right place, but they're not doing the right thing. Whereas these are good horses. Boop, boop. Take that. And party. Oh no! We haven't got the mana to cast the second limousine. How are we going to exile extra things? Get in the limousine, cat. So at this point you suspect that the opponent has disconnected. which is usually time for me to look at my phone. But let's have a look to see if there's anything happening on YouTube. Doop doop doo. No viewers. Hooray! That's exactly what we like. We don't like the pressure of having viewers on this channel. We've got 50 subscribers now. That means the YouTube algorithm respects us as a person, and will funnel traffic our way when we do technology videos, but not gaming videos, which is weird. So currently on the channel, well, no, a month ago when I was actually putting the videos up, I was getting around 250 hits a day on the technology videos, which is pretty cool because that wasn't something I expected to happen. Then over the past month, work's been busy, so I have been spending less time recording and uploading projector videos and gadget videos. Yay, we win. So we've dropped down to about 100 views a day now. So my level of curiosity, based on some of the Spiffing Brit stream information, is whether doing my Magic stream into will cause technology views to happen, or whether this will just trigger the Magic algorithms and some of the Magic videos will get more viewers. I'm not expecting anybody to actually use this deck, or particularly to get very far in watching this video. I suspect that most people will see the dithering start, will see the first match being a horrible loss, see the bad, oh, I should have mulliganed game 2, and never return. And that is absolutely fine. I mean, please comment with, I don't know, an octopus emoji or something similar to that if you managed to make it to this bit of the video, but I seriously doubt anybody has. See, this is the big problem with Topiary Stomper in a mostly white deck. It needs to be in a mostly green deck to come down on 3. Its ability to crew any of the vehicles in this deck is why it's here, and why the deck is called Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. But the big problem is that unless you get pretty lucky with your land draws, you're not casting it early. I think that I need to investigate some of the dual lands from this set. And even though they're coming in tapped more and more frequently, I think I need to put some in. Like the green-black ones, because we've got black-whites. Is there any green-black in this set? I don't think there is. Because the tri-land for this deck doesn't exist. It's in Ikoria. It's one of the prettier ones, actually. We need to kill Jetmir. I don't think we want them to keep having 3 creatures. So we need to do that. Have we got a vehicle in the graveyard? We have not. Let us draw. Oh good, something we can't use. We have got the Invoke Justice, but again, the Invoke Justice is 4 white pips. The 4 black pips from the... what do we want to drive? No, let's see what happens, because we're not winning this unless they fall over or we get some minor miracles. The 4-3 helps because that can kill its Jetmir, but Gerico Generico, I think, will be our second loss of the day. Oh, they've got their land. See, these, in theory, these would be brilliant, but because I want triple green and triple white, that ain't happening. So, making multiple token things. I'm thinking I'm playing in Brawl. We'll give them the good game. We've been playing in the Brawl event, and killing the Jetmir doesn't put them back because it just comes back again. And this is a fine deck. I think that's what you're supposed to be playing in Platinum right now if you're trying to play the new cards. Your token spam, which is a mediocre deck because it's basically just pumping out treasures, becomes cats and dogs, which is memes, which is good. But, oh, Twitch notifications. I'm not playing on Twitch. Why am I getting Twitch notifications? Oh, it's quite funny. Oh, which is a mediocre deck. I was surprised then. I put my thing up and there was one person watching. But of course, that's me. That's how it works. If I turn the thing on, I am the person. See, Botanical Plaza with its new sexy art. I should have tried to get those arts. That's a very good point. When I bought the cards today, I just completely ignored the commons and uncommons. Ignore the breathing strip as well. I just left them on. But it would be kind of cool to have all these. And they're probably about 10p each because, mind you, I think commons in the recent sets 20p. Just because it takes them ages to find everything. I don't know whether I'd use a playset of them. So, if we manage to get a black land, having the limo in the graveyard would be better. But I want to be able to cast them reliable getaway cards next turn. So let's get this. And again, there are black versions of this. Drawing a card is surprisingly relevant. Because, I mean, like, there are definitely sweepers in this format that could go in this deck. This is a card that I fear, Gala Greeters. Bought a playset of those today as well, because they were pence. In fact, hey! So discarding would have been better, but never mind. So I could Informant, potentially draw something that costs 2. Dump the Limousine, get the Limousine back next turn, and have a reliable blocker. World Tree solves all of our double pit problems, to be honest. 2 of those in the deck, I think. Wasp Sentinel. Making the treasures. They're assuming that we have some kind of removal. Ah, interesting. Mind you, I suppose they know about the brawl rules, don't they? I'm trying not to swear because it's so embarrassing. Gives it haste, right? Yeah, why not? Eat your things. Get in the van. Boop boop. Oh yeah, gets it back. I should have got the token. He was never going to block with that, so I forget that the Grease Fang is a temporary thing. But we can cast it again next turn, so wabble wousing. That's in there. I mean, it's surprisingly good payoff. Swing, get 4 triggers for the Gala Greeters. Like, no, you swing with 3 things. You swing with 3 things. Clearly, like, totally, honestly, you do. Why would you not? Why would you not swing with all 3? There we go. Well, trigger. Because they're not attacking. With this, it feels like it would be the sweeper, but Mech Hanger gives us 6 mana. Do we want to do that? I don't think we do. Bit of resilience. That's crew 2, which is unfortunate. So I don't really have a 2. I have a 4 and I have a 3. Because my original plan was to turn the ambitious farmhand into a 3/3 and play the shakedown heavy, using the mech engine. But that kind of feels like you're just playing out Broker's Ascendancy. Okay. That's bad for us. They should be looking to swing with everything. They should. I don't know whether they are. You've got some removal there. Wondering why you're only hovering the thing with the 2 toughness now. Oh, there we go. That's bigger. The Fiend's Informant with Greasefang is actually really sweet. It's not legendary. So I would totally sweet team. What? Swinging team triggers your rabble rousing. You know that, right? I'm not entirely sure how we win this. Other than them not being a fan of attacking. Is there anything that's actually worth swapping in the car? I don't think there is. I don't like this battlefield, the way that neon flashes occasionally. It's very distracting. Mystic Reflection. Okay. Draw 7, gain 7 life. See, this is a much more fun combo than that, so we should be playing this. Do we want to kill anything with the 3/2? Taking 8 at the moment, that's fine. We're dying in the air next turn anyway, so. Oh, their foretold spell was Mystic Reflection. That's interesting. No, I like that. That's a good combo. I can see why they didn't attack. Yeah, we're basically swing team and see what happens here. But, oh, no. We'll have a free limo, please. He's the best kind of limo. Get us the planes. Planes the planes. Get away car. Crew the farmhand. Crew the limousine. Next. Another limousine. Get token. Crew this limousine. Swing team. We should eat the garden greetings. We should eat the ledger shredder. We should return that to our hand. see if they untap and let us draw a card. They should, because, like, they're not losing to combat damage. I'm getting Wordle scores. You don't have to block. It's probably not lethal. Surely probably not lethal. I mean, almost certainly not lethal. It's fine. You can have your creatures back. We don't mind. I mean, because they haven't called it, we're going to let them swing for it, which presumably they're just going to do. Yay, they are. They're a nice person. They get 1 billion triggers. Anything where you get like 8 triggers at once is a good deck and should be encouraged. So, yeah, big fan of that. That's something we could definitely do. And I like the Broker's style of play anyway. The Broker's deck was probably the most fun to play in the event that is still going on at the moment. Which used to be the thing that we did. We waited for those events to go live and then pretended we knew what we were doing, played a video and said, look, we have won 3. And got like 10 views. It was really good. Because MTG viewership is trash on YouTube right now. I do not expect this to hit 10 views. And I do not expect anybody to go through the whole thing, even just having it in the background. Hi Dom, if you are watching. But the technology videos, you do a little technology video, something that somebody wants to buy, you keep it under 10 minutes, you get 1,000 views. If it's something that's brand name that people are looking for, or even if it's just something off Wish that people will get adverts for, you get the views, which is mad. And presumably, once you do it for long enough, you get sponsored content. You don't have to buy the damn things. I mean, like, I have a mini rig here. Buy a mini rig. Mini rigs are great, they actually are. This is the wireless version of the mini rig, which means you don't have to plug it into stuff. It's Bluetooth. It has a 60-hour battery. It's a mini rig 3, and has a ridiculous amount of bass for its size. It's the kind of speaker that you just on the bus playing all the bad music never discovered, because if they did, it would completely ruin everybody's bus journeys. I actually have the subwoofer that goes with it, and it's entirely unnecessary because it just booms as it is. The old version, however, oh, that's sad, we didn't get any lands. I might need to go in and check to see what the land proportion is. I have a feeling I've still got the 24 lands for 70 cards thing going on, which is probably as a result of me tinkering, because we were at 72 lands, which doesn't feel that, 72 cards, which doesn't feel that different. But if I've taken 2 lands out in proportion to the other things, and some of the non-land cards that I took out had lands on the back, then yeah, this is just unbelievable. This is not fun. This is I'm getting my wins in on a white deck. So boop, 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 boop. Unless you worry too much. There we go. Like, if your opponent has missed their land drop and it's just sitting there on 2 mana and you've got 4 creatures, in a format that doesn't have Settle the Wreckage and they can't cast Settle the Wreckage, you just swing. Unless you're looking for concessions for some kind of, what's the word? Cheap thrill. Probably texting. I am winning with my mono white deck. Oh, is there a cat outside? I think the cats are outside. No, we actually just got a bee triggering the security cameras. Doop doop doop. 24 lands in the 72 card deck, and I have none of the flip cards left. Yes, so that's what I've done. Because I'd got things that turned into found Bulge Driver. turned into lands on the other side, then that was actually smoothing us out a little bit. Well, we had fun playing. As you said, we just aren't getting the mana for the Topiary Stomper. The Invoke Justice package, which is essentially these 4 cards, and probably Aeon, hasn't been as good as I expected it to be. It's fun though, so I mean, I want to keep it in. It's like rabble rousing, singleton rabble rousing. Did we have any more of those? No, I'd have to craft it. As we said before, we've got a bucket load of rares. We can craft it, but why would we? The Shakedown Heavy, like, is not part of the main idea of the deck. Maybe this is it. Maybe we just take out the things that are me messing around and see what happens if we streamline the deck. Thundersteel is jank, but sometimes it just wins. Tarask, you can be a dinosaur in the sideboard. Let's take 1 Invoke Justice. Now we're down to 64 cards, which is basically 60 cards, right? Yeah, right. Is Teleportation Circle just too cute? I don't think so. I mean, that's our only removal spell, so we probably don't want to get rid of that. We have lots of removal creatures. Should be noted. We don't have that much discard. I mean, Abraham, he's not performing well. You need to be attacking. I think we can put you on the sideboard. Yeah, 62. That's fine. That's closer to 60. It's basically the same number. Boom, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs version 2. I mean, hey, we've rolled a 17. So one thing I like about the weird tracker that pops up, it tells you what numbers you've rolled for going first and seconds, and so it feels a lot less like it's just fudging everything. See, it's already withdrawn too many lands. I'm going to have to pop on the local game store website and see how much these are. In fact, I could probably do that while we're playing, because it's not exactly taxing, is it? As long as you don't mind. Comment in chat if you mind. Haha. God, I can't even find my tabs. So, Shattered Sanctum is coming in tapped, so we don't want to do that. We have lands, so I'd rather draw. Look at us drawing. Weird. Okay. You don't have anything to target it. Just put some dinosaurs out. These are my pilots. They will drive the car. Okay, so maybe it is harder to do than I was expecting. Maybe I'm in the wrong web browser. I have been contemplating whether I should go and see. I was going to call it Top Gear then, but that's not what it's called. The new film where people from the Navy do a flight. Never understood that, but oh, that's Magic Madhouse. That's not the correct place. That's where to look for magic cards if you want to pay too much. Boog. I got a bonus treasure. This is why the other one is better. Because the Skyclave Apparition can get rid of creatures permanently and then put out a token. The Brutal Cathar then picks up those tokens and they never ever reappear, because why would they? Let's have a draw. World Tree's coming down. You probably don't need that. I have a feeling they're struggling, so let's see what happens. It's really weird. I had a window open for the local magic shop and it appears to have completely disappeared. Order complete. No, that's a different order complete thing. Jettor's Envoy. Oh no. 3. World Tree enters tapped. That's really disappointing. Greasefang does nothing, so can you see what's going to happen yet, children? Oh, that's brilliant. They're scared of blocking it. And in reality, this is why. Repeatedly been able to crew the car when you're not fully paying attention. It's quite annoying. So, Botanical Plaza, go away. The Botanical Plaza showcase is indeed 10 pence. Oh, the foil's 10 pence as well. Do I want these in foil? That's pretty cool. You can give it haste now. Oh, you can give them both haste. Am I taking aim? 2, 3, 3. Yeah, we want that like this. So, Wolf Tree. Greasefang. Greasefang. Cruise the getaway. Everybody's free to swing in. Secret lifelink. Art thou blocking? Now, hopefully, they go, ooh, maybe I should have left the blocker back instead of just turbo aggro super happy times. Because they can do 8. I'm doing 4, 8 lethal. Don't really want to cast two things. Don't really want to getaway car in, do I? Possibly do. Because Greasefang gets me the getaway car back. And then I have cast a second thing. Nom nom nom. Brutal Cathar, it's full of your friends. See, that's no fun for you. I'm sorry. But, you know, it is what it is. How long have we actually been up for? I don't know whether it tells me. Uptime. No, I can't see it. Oh, live for an hour. Wow, feels like longer than an hour. It's weird. Magic's kind of its own time zone. The more decks you play and the more time you spend on these things, it just seems to eat the whole day. I suppose we were talking about it being 2 o'clock. That was my attempt at marking the ADHD brain going, aha, I have noticed that it is time. I'm still wondering whether I want foil or non-foil for these things. 10 pence each. I could pretty much get everything I want. Because it's not a good card. I mean, I understand that. I understand that this could be probably any other dual land and be far more effective. But having something to do on turn 1 with the land that then can draw for 5 mana isn't actually terrible in a deck that, I mean, I can't remember whether I took all the things out now, but draws a lot and pumps a lot and blah, blah, blah. Look, we've got another one now. So we can either attack him with a 2/2 doggy, or I'm going to use the vacuum. Are they just going to sit there in good game? I mean, they know we can do that one. Ooh. Good boys in getaway car. Can you drive 2 getaway cars? We haven't gone to combat. But, I keep going to choose the wrong one. These all look too similar. There needed to be some kind of differentiation between all of these strangely overpowered rubbish cards. This feels like a control deck. So if this gets countered, we don't really care. Okay. rather tilts our hand somewhat. Jingataxis. Okay, that's a reanimator deck. We need to have green open. No, don't bounce it. That would be very bad. Let's just put the Brutal Cathar back in our hand for maximum value. We've got Kyrie. So now is the point at which you kill stuff. Oh my god, that's where all the Grease fans were. Cats everywhere. I was kind of hoping to get that out after they'd swept, but Flash Graveyard Ship? They have to be playing to sweep, right? Okay, that works too. Did they miss? Oh! Oh! Cheesy reanimator spam. I have lost track of how many wins and losses we have, but we got down to the bottom of platinum, so we're at least 2 wins more than losses, I assume. If anybody's been paying attention in the chat, then please let me know. Oh, that's a joke. There's nobody in chat. But we've hit now, and I've remembered that I've got iced tea in the fridge. So, please sit and look at the crap advert screens for a bit instead. The Foodstuff Finds camera is not set up. Hey, it's Kitty! No, don't stand on the keyboard. We haven't got the keyboard shield here. No, I'm sure she's deleting settings. She's done that before. So I wanted to show you a close-up of the Mr. Kong tea, but can't really see that. You don't want it. Just put some bits of paper on the screen. On the laptop. Wow. I don't know what it was about going upstairs that woke all the cats up, but it woke all the cats up. So we now have cats. The added difficulty setting. We only rolled a 16 that time. They rolled a 19. Weirdly, the YouTube Studio analytics thing doesn't appear to have recognised this as content. This is clearly content. I'm right, aren't I? Hello. Yeah. Might actually be able to hear the cat as well. It is my opinion that this cat I quite like. In fact, let's get 3-2 then. I quite like bed. No biscuits for you, Scraggy. In fact, our last video was a cat video because it was their new food. We got them some, I could joke and say ridiculously expensive, but some moderately expensive cat food that is like meat, and more meat. And the fat cat, it's made into a far less bloated cat. And she's not quite, there you are, streamlined. But she does seem to be quite hungry quite often. There we go. Am I talking about you? I think you'll find I am. Yeah, I don't think I care about this game. Let's just do teleportation, circle, and concede. We're losing to the mono white decks, which is a problem because all the boring bastards play the mono white decks. Which means you ain't gonna win. Did you just lick the CD player? Oh, yes. Okay. Come over here. See, with the setup that I use for the food reviews, I can flick the camera around and you can see the cat. But short of picking the cat or the laptop up, you don't really stand a chance. Look at me, just sitting here normally and definitely not fussing cats. Well, okay, let's just carry on. If you want to come over here, you can be on the camera. I don't like the way you're smelling the laptop as if you've done something to the laptop previously. Well, Luna's gone. Luna's sulking. Flo is a borrowed cat. Hey, our opponent is playing a 61 card deck to verse our 62 card deck. Let us keep and go. Hello, waving raccoon. They did a mulligan, which probably means they're on some kind of combo bullshit. Usually does. Blue! I have no reanimator, so let's get some white. What are you looking at? What's up? It's not 6 o'clock yet. barely even 3 o'clock. What's this one? Okay. Permanent entering the battlefield triggered ability. So that means this won't connive. And we go, haha, I have defeated you. What set's that from? Strixhaven. That doesn't surprise me too much. I was going to say, they can't really attack with it. Okay. Little ninja? Ah, no, that explains what attack. So, that's an ETB as well. Everything in my deck has an enters the battlefield. So it doesn't hide away, but it does do forward. I know, you're a kitty. Come over here. Be on the camera. Be on the tiny little camera. Don't sniff my drink. I don't know how visible she is. I'm moving my head so that you can see her because she's next to my head, but don't work like that. So we need one more mana before we can just eat the strict Proctor. But my assumption is that they know this and they're playing counters, as in not +1/+1 counters, but as in deny what you're doing counters. That's an interesting thing because that means they're not sitting on counter. That is an instant or sorcery spell counter. Okay. That's crew 4. Don't really want to tip them off. So now if we get to 5 mana, we can eat the strict Proctor. And then we can hit people with the mech. And by people, I mean you. Lossa. Okay. Make a 1/1. No, you're attacking in disco. Do we get a land? 40% chance of getting a land. We do not. But it don't matter. Right, let them have a think about their turn while I go and let the cat out. Both cats have gone out. Both cats have gone out. What have I missed? Destroy target non-land permanent. Oh, you're going to regret that. Okay. Oop. So now we just win. Rustle, rustle, rustle. Oh no! See? Even if you take out the reanimation spells, it's a reanimated deck. So he knows that I've got 2 damage to any target in my hand, but he doesn't know I've got exiled basically anything in my hand. Now the cats have gone out, I can move the beautiful cat calendar that we never ever used off the keyboard. I do like these buttermilk vegan chocolate bonbons. Is it any target? Creature or planeswalker? Yeah. Topiary Stomper getting black. Can't remember if we took any all the black cards out. No, Vanishing Verse is still in here. Definitely Topiary Stomper fetching black. It's fine. There's more where that came from. Oh, okay. Green? I just cast 2 ETB creatures. My pilots! No! This is the problem sometimes. You do run out of gas, and they have things to deal with that. I know that they have ways to deal with that. I forget what they were, but... March. There we go. It's like, it's important to you, I'm going to exile it. Did you think to bring any win conditions, though? Yeah, pay 2. I think this is the caramel. They're all nice. That's not a May ability. I've seen somebody attack with 7 creatures and deck themselves. You chose poorly. What's the number on that ward 1? Everything getting ready for the big premiere. The advantage now is that any of the creatures that I've seen them cast will be killed by Surge Hacker. It's not mono-coloured, so... Oh. We need a creature. The mascots are driving the cars! Yeehaw! Oh.
I will show you what happens when the We will slay our enemies.
No. Do I want to exile anything? No. No. Yeah. So they have to block. No, that one's got menace.
I will come.
Use your sweeper.
A gift
Hmm.
in exchange for loyalty.
The limousine is driving the mech. Comes up surprisingly frequently. Bye-bye, hello, Sam. See, this is the problem. If you don't put win conditions into your decks, you can't win. And I know, technically, they got a few little tricky things there to be controlling, but like, if all of my threats don't exist on the battlefield, and all of mono red threats don't exist on the battlefield, how are you going to win? Because one-for-one counter spells do not get. I've got my headphones ready to plug in to get you better sound quality, but when I turned the iPad on, it seemed like it was doing decently enough. Anyway, it's quite funny. One of the people I watch is actually streaming right now, but not on YouTube, obviously, because nobody streams on YouTube, which is why YouTube encourages streaming. Thank you, YouTube. Praise the algorithm. But here we go. The last time I streamed, I played SteamWorld Dig. I think it was even on the Switch. Looks like it was on the Switch. I don't know how I streamed off the Switch. Oh no, it was streaming from the Xbox. Huh. I streamed it for 2.5 minutes. All my shorts have terrible views, terrible views, apart from 2. Because shorts are weird. They either just go mad and you get a couple of thousand views, or they do nothing, and consequently you get no views. Go on, cast something worth brutal Catharing, please. What? I don't think I can do anything about that.
I've conquered entire plains. One city will be. Go ahead, please.
Let's go at the limousine. Oh, I didn't mean to click decline. This is a frequent problem we're having. Brutal Cathar does not do anything. Threatens to kill one of the Obnixiluses. Because if I was trying to predict what direction they were going in, that one will go up and the other one will go down.
Defy me, and you'll lose everything.
Oh, okay.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Getaway card doesn't actually do it. Search Hack and Mech doesn't do it either. That's unfortunate. This is like a card you cannot beat.
You've earned my ire.
I just hope they've got removal for it, and I draw black. Because the problem was, with the green focus, with the... oh God, what's it called? Trask. We couldn't easily get to the triple greens, so we put more green in. Now we're struggling for the black cards that are reliable and good.
And you'll lose
I
everything.
think I discard the getaway card. Mind you, am I not just going to be casting the limousine from the graveyard, driving it into one of the Obnixiluses, escorting Anya to the premiere?
Go ahead.
Well, let's see what happens.
Plead for mercy.
Oop. Sometimes the cats get to drive. No, you want to kill the token, don't you? No, yeah, the token, because they can't. They can cast another one of the original, but they can't cast another one.
Don't think you're some big hero.
I mean, now we basically just die. But that's cool. At least we got rid of one of them. Hey, look, I had a grease fang.
Punishment is my entertainment.
Yeah, you attack and you sack it and you win. I mean, like, I know how to play your deck. I'm just seeing whether you know how to play your deck. If only we had some tonic water. Oh! That means we're back to the bottom of the platform. No, not quite. One off. But this is fine, because our magical, mystical, hidden yellow rating will gradually decline as we lose these games. But if there's nobody to play in this particular set of players with a low enough ELO, we'll just keep matching against anybody. Because I think they have changed it a little bit so it prioritises wait times. But I got some comments 5 days ago that I didn't know about. Well, at least we've got the black. I do like this. This is almost better than draw a card. Yes, I will do that. I mean, well, that's just mean. Is she better than the dog? I mean, she's an evil spy and not a good one. But it's conceivable that she's better than the dog. What's the other bit? Do counters. Here we don't do counters. Do counters feels bad. It's funny because, like, I haven't uploaded any videos this month, and yet our watch time is still up compared to previous month. No. I mean, let's see how well they understand. Boop. We can put the dinosaur in the getaway car or the teleporter at this point. They understand that this can't block. And that's fine. They can block it. The Kadama's actually quite good in this deck. The neighbours are doing all kinds of weird shit today. I don't know whether you can hear them banking, but... let's just get some more. Green! This is how you cast the Tabascua. Ugh. We lose. Yeah, I know what you put in the council. What have we got in the graveyard? We've got a getaway vehicle. Really do with eating Halana and Elena. At least we got blocks for days now. Oh, I should have used the dog. Never mind. Yay, you took damage! Huh. You could have ordered the triggers to flicker the getaway card to keep it. I haven't really thought about doing that. That's probably worth doing with the Esker's Chariot to keep it. Ooh. Ren and Steph. Now you're just showing off that you're allowed to play all of the green cards.
The entire forest is an army.
I mean, I have plenty of things that exile those. I really do. I promise you. There are plenty of ways for me to exile those counters, those tokens. Yeah, put it on the thing that can't attack. I'll just get haste as well. Jesus. Okay. We can get it back from the graveyard, can't we? So, how much do we need to block though? We're taking 15 and we need to block 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, I need to block more than 7. So now we're doing 10 to that, taking 5. It's fine. I mean, we should be thankful they didn't bother attacking with any of these. But, Kadama and Ren, they work really well together. I am inspired. I am rigging fights. See, there's nothing exciting to get out of the hideaway. Fight rigging doesn't make sense. Although, in some ways it's better than the learn spell. Because sparring regimen only triggers when you attack, but you learn, so it goes to your hand. Fight rigging triggers whatever the weather, but its ability only happens when you get to 7, but it's free. You're attacking with 9, 10, 11, 12. No, you're attacking with 14, and I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7 blocks. I think. If I blocked with everything, I'd be on -3, so hey, we're back to the bottom of platinum. But we're learning the deck. We're figuring out, like, what the changes I've made have done to the consistency of it. How long have we been going for? 1:38. We'll go up to 2 hours. We will. See, the Invoke Justice combo is just too good to ignore. But, like, if we literally twisted the deck in the other direction so that the green was not part of it, just leaving in Jessica's Chariot, that probably would be better. Because you can just increase your sparring regimens. Maybe that's why they're only running 2. And so on and so forth, to maximize the amount of consistency in the deck. It's a weird one. AO, we're just not drawing. It's like, it's a one-off. But I like that. I like having decks with a little bit of variety. Because if you've got a 4x4 deck, what is it? 36 cards, 4 of each, so it's just 9 cards. I'm not interested in playing 9-card decks. You might as well be playing Monopoly. Like, especially if that 9-card deck was designed by somebody else, tested by somebody else, and you've just gone, I saw that at the GP on the television. I am going to play it now. But playing an identical 75 cards isn't that entertaining. This said, there are a lot of ideas in this deck which have been stolen from other people. But if you're putting your own spin on them, if you're having a bit of a laugh as you do it, then that kind of makes more sense to me. I'm genuinely curious as to whether anybody has had the impressions for this stream. Like, I know that... Oh yeah. What is it? I know that YouTube has strange ideas on what it should show people when. It's like all my freestyle stuff pretty much only got hits because what? The dog would have been better. Because nobody else had anything up. When it comes crew for the first time, until its turn becomes a copy of something and does something. I mean, fuck that shit. And I bleep that bloop. Must be something you control. Ah, it's whatever crewed it. I don't know that do anything with my stuff. What the? How are you making lots of creatures to make that viable though? Mana efficiency says put the chariot down. You countering that? You can. I mean, you don't know I'm playing black yet. Because my lands, they are a screwy. You might be flashing something in. Because I'm picturing Ledger Shredder. I'm picturing some of the other treasure discard things. I'm picturing maybe some kind of multicolour theme. Like, what does it even do when you ramp it there? 10 damage. So yeah, the white. Ah, there we go. That's reliant on the spells targeting, not the abilities. Is that correct? Still got 2 mana. Doodly doo doo. It is tempting to worry too much, but against control decks, they probably worry the right amount. So I was having a look through my playlists, and the Magic stuff really doesn't seem to get that many views. Oh, I'd love to put it in the car, but let's try under the Cathar. Let's see what happens. My prediction is this gets counted. See how much I'm paying attention to what they're doing. If you're going to play control decks, like, you're probably best to know what you're doing and to play them a little bit faster. Whoops. My prediction was this. See, they haven't even. The stream is way behind. Well, not way behind. It's I just cast it, and the lag. Oh, oh, oh! How are they casting that? Oh, because it does all the targets. Okay. 4 damage. Tap 2 target permanents. Okay. Are we attacking? I think we are. Well, at least there was a reason for them taking for ages. I've not seen that combo, to be honest. An 8 mana spell cast for 2 mana because of the 6 targets? That does require a lot of thought. And maybe this is where you practice these things. In the bargain basement platinum ranked. Ugh. Maybe they're stream sniping. This is, of course, new. Target non-legendary. No car. You have counter spell? Darn. Sparring regime. We have to attack with sparring regime. We'll have another M-Lab. Cadillacs for my dinosaurs. I have 3 different powers and toughnesses. Because they have something that they can do at instant speed that isn't necessarily a counter. Because they are pressing past things. You can feel the tempo of them pressing past things. And it isn't something that would have prevented them taking 5 damage. Feels like an end of turns thing. You're going to draw a... No? No? Nothing? Nothing really matters. This isn't legendary, is it? No. It's fun, well, not with Skyclave Apparition, but it's funny with Brutal Cathar to put their legends back out when they've got one. And then Brutal Cathar comes back and takes the remaining one. It's just a handy dandy way of blowing some stuff up. But we can play Get in the Van with the Mysterious Limousine and whatever they happen to have. But does that target? That targets one thing, so it costs 1 less. The sun's coming round to this side. I don't know whether this is going to ruin my beautiful, beautiful visage on the camera. I don't think it will. It's funny, I think the Twitch... Ooh. Okay. Here in my car. Crew, you mind link back? I could have put it on the cat song with the cat as well, though. I keep thinking I'm in historic because we're playing such weird stuff today. Let us make a cat, please. Thank you. We now have 3 cats. Shenanigans? No shenanigans. Unexpected? I don't see how Explosive Singularity can kill me from here. I would love to know what you're doing that's taking so long. I mean, I know that some days I've played on the iPad and I don't have a clue what's going on. But, hey... The Skyclave apparition could have eaten your Hinata as well. I mean, don't hover over the Moonrage Brute like it's the only thing on my in my deck that can kill you. Oh, you're targeting all the things. Getting your Hinata back. Sparring Regiment? G to the G, Mr. Madame Glaukos. You were a worthy opponent indeed, even though the game should have lasted 5 minutes instead of 20. Well, you know, if we're playing for time, then that's good. We've got 7 minutes left. Oh, what is our magical reward card? Rune of Sustenance. We've won 9 games today. We are clearly professional. That may have been a cat. Let me just go and check that that was a cat. Might have been a child, but it might have been a cat. Going out the back. And none out the front. I think it was just the magpies carrying one of the local children away. It's fine. Magpies need feeding up. 2 or more of the lands. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop after a while because I need to, like, you know, stretch and do stuff. Just playing Magic all day, can't do that. This person has good sleeves. Oh, angels. You're a spirit, not an angel. This was one I bought the style for the other day when it came into the office. And I haven't even really paid attention to whether I'm making pretty tokens for the other person or not yet. Botanical Plaza. I do think I am going to buy these. Because I can just pick them up on Friday when I go in. So I just do it as an order. But whether I spend 50 pence for the non-foils or 50 pence for the foils, not really decided yet. Oh, Exile. That's nice. F your angel right in the... They aren't going to stop attacking. They're going to cast angels. Oh, no. You sweeping? Getaway car appears to be a bad idea. Because we don't want to repeatedly give them the thing back. I think I'm going to sparring Virginia. I mean, that one game where we actually got to cast the colours. Green, green, black. Let's just go green. Yeah, let's go green. Can't cast it anyway. What are you doing? Cast. Play the lands. Don't cast them. They've got some pretty lands. Yeah, worrying. Oh, could have paid for this style on that. have made that much nicer. Yeah. So it's absolutely correct for them not to block. See what they do. Because if you don't block, you just win. This is the have you played Magic? Let us give them a toast of Angel Halo. Another one. Okay. I was not expecting them to have reasonable foretold songs. Are you playing songs? Spells. I want to hit the 2-hour mark. We've got 2 minutes. 2 minutes to win the next game. But like oh, we've got to cast one blue or black spell as well, which is Breeze Fang. Maybe I should have just played a different deck for the last game. I'm thinking about what beer I might have tonight and whether I should go to the cinema to see Tip Gun. It's probably going to be sold out at the decent screens. Maybe that's what I should have looked up instead of, do I need some more basic lands? Nobody needs basic lands. Well, not basic lands, but commons. In fact, that is a very good way of telling whether I should get the foils or not. Because if I get the foils for 2 of them and not the 3rd, it's going to look shit. But if you can get all of them as foils, then maybe that's reasonable. After all, it is only 10 pence each. How many copies of the foil did we say they got? 2. Oh dear. Oh god, it's angels again. That puts stuff on the things. See, I want to permanently remove Glada. What does that one do? When another angel enters the battlefield. Let us assume that they don't have much removal. I know we've got the... This is a plains. But we can get a wake up. Okay, so we chose poorly. See, if I swung with the Brutal Cathar, they could block and get their thing back. It is legendary. It. That pesky angel. Oh, come on. That was me talking to the website, not me noticing that they had blocked and I hadn't moved on. I accidentally have quite a few things listed as lands. Oh no, I think it's just showing me all the common foils when I only want the rarity of land. Righteous! Why is that a 4/6? Oh, because Glada does the thing. So what do we eat? Because I suspect if we get rid of that, what? Why is it a 4/4? That doesn't make sense. I mean, the fact that they blocked with it just got me out of jail free. But totally correct. I'm like, please don't play anything. Which one is this? Snowlands enter tapped. 4s cost more. Right. So we have to use that. And then we have to take that, otherwise we die. Then take this. Then take this. That's beautiful. I love it when the plan comes together. Do you have any more angels for me to eat? I mean, there's 3 in the graveyard, in fairness. Don't think we've got enough. So if he plays 2 angels, we could be in trouble. If he foretells many angels for next turn. Almost did it. Almost passed my turn. Teleportation. Crew 2. Okay. Please. We're now down to 32% drawing lands from 33%. Oh! That's 2 and that's 4. So crew that. Crew there. Get in there. See, the deck's actually doing the thing now, but the fact that you need 10 mana to get anywhere close to doing it. Oh, we've just fucked ourselves, haven't we? Oops. That's just as bad. He just swings for 3 or 4 in the air now. He doesn't even have to cast the Star Knife. Oh, look at me. See how good I am at magic. If we'd have flickered the mech, we'd have done sufficient damage to the angel to stop that from happening. See, this is what happens when you don't pay attention. Right, that clearly shows that 2 hours of streaming is far too much for my mortal brain. If you actually do watch this, which you won't, then do like, comment, subscribe, etc. And then we can have a party when we get to 100 subscribers. But seriously, the only people who are ever going to watch this are the people doing... No, the only people who are going to subscribe are the technology video and the food video people. The magic people don't pay attention to anything on any of the internet because it's much more fun just to play Arena. Anyway, let's put the magical scene with the music, which I think is far too loud on. Bye!